So you want the standard Android experience that you might get on, say, a Google Pixel phone without paying Google Pixel money. You'll want Android One, and this is the Xiaomi Mi A2, which runs Android One. If you're not familiar, it's very similar to the Android experience that you'll get on a Google Pixel phone. It's almost completely standard. There's very few pre-installed apps, just a couple there from Xiaomi and the standard and Xiaomi's camera app. But other than that, it's exactly as you would get on a Google Pixel phone, except you're not going to be paying $700, $800, $900 for one. This is between 250 and 280 euros. That's about $330. And that's a very, very good price for what is a very impressive little phone. This is a sequel to the Mi A1 that was released last year, and Xiaomi's gone all out to make it better in all respects. This is a new front panel, so you've got a 6-inch or nearly 6-inch screen with a 2160 by 1080 pixel resolution, slim bezels, it's an 18:9 aspect ratio, so you get that modern look with, as I say, slim bezels. They're not minuscule, but they're certainly much smaller than they were on the Mi A1. Around the back, yes, it does look a bit like an iPhone X, iPhone 10 because of this vertical camera lens here. There's two lenses in there that I'm sure you can't quite see. There we go, two lenses inside, and then there's a central mounted fingerprint sensor and the Xiaomi logos down the bottom. It's very thin, just 7.6 millimeters thick, I think, but the camera bump is quite large, and that means when it's placed down on surfaces, it really does touch on the back, so you might want to put this in a case, or at least be careful of that when you're placing it on surfaces. We like the design. It's extremely minimalist. It's very simple to look at, but Xiaomi's really thought about in-hand comfort, so it's lovely and curved all around the sides. It's wonderfully comfortable to hold, and it's not heavy. That really slim body makes it fit very nicely in the palm. A very comfortable device to hold. In terms of use, it's got a Snapdragon 660 processor, 4GB of RAM, so it's plenty powerful enough for everyday use and for some gaming and just general smartphone stuff that you'd want to do. You're not getting a flagship phone like you would get with a Pixel, but to be honest, most people would probably be perfectly satisfied with the Snapdragon 660 inside here. The camera has got two lenses. There's a 12 megapixel at the top and a 20 megapixel at the bottom. And Xiaomi's put some interesting camera tech inside that it calls pixel binning. And what that does is ultimately increase low light performance by only using the 20 megapixel camera in certain low light situations. And then it takes 4 pixels and sort of puts them all into one to let more light in, and then rather than getting a 5 megapixel picture at the end of it, it uses some clever software trickery to give you a 20 megapixel picture at the end. So you're not losing quality, but you're gaining more light in it's actually used in manual mode on the camera. We've not had a chance to try it out, but it does look as if Xiaomi's really thought about making it different. And what's even better actually is they put that same camera and the same pixel binning technology into the selfie cam. So you get great low light selfies. Really something very impressive. And we've taken a few outdoor pictures and the performance is great. It's got also a very good bokeh portrait mode, which we've been really impressed with. So that is the Xiaomi Mi A2, a really nice, very reasonably priced smartphone. So where can you buy it? That's not going to be easy if you live in the US. This so far does not have a US release date like all other Xiaomi smartphones. You're going to have to import one if you want one. We've had this running in the UK on a 4G LTE network without a problem. It's being officially launched in various parts of Europe, so you're going to be okay with 4G in Europe. However, in the US we have not tested this yet, so you might have 4G issues if you connect to AT&T and T-Mobile because of bandwidth. So it's something to think about. However, as a smartphone on its own for the price that it is, with standard Android One, meaning you get all the lovely updates, on a regular basis without having to wait months and months or potentially never get them at all, it's really fantastic.